There we go. Hello, lovely people, and this is log 23. Now, I've been noticing that these logs have been getting very rambly and very random, which is fun. However, I would like to bring things back a little bit to the goal here, the main subject of this, which is artistic and personal improvement and progression. So, I'm mainly thinking of this because it is the end of week 3 and I did not do all of the tasks in time. I'm going to push it back another day just for the sake of doing more. I got most of them done. I think I'm on task 8 and there's 10. So I did pretty well. But there's also a recommended check-in, post-journal thing, a little reflection. And I don't know if I've fully gotten the grip of this whole week yet. I'm close, I think. Definitely feeling more capable as a person and as an artist. My art has been feeling more confident, more loose. I can envision what I want to draw better, and I think that helps. It's been helping me make my anatomy specifically more accurate and broader gestures and shapes. Things have more of a punch to them. But yeah, today is February 16th. Well, no, it was the 15th. It is past midnight. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with how today went. I got my workout in, tried to keep up the self-care, although I did notice, since yesterday was so self-care heavy and it was really nice, it was like, oh my gosh, I would like to feel like this every day, maybe. But I woke up this morning and I felt like I dropped the level, yesterday was idolized immediately. It was, oh man, that was a really good day. I can't be spending that much time with myself every day. So that was a once in a lifetime kind of thing, which is a little bleak, but that's how the mind works. It makes everything more dramatic. But yeah, I just woke up and I felt like what I achieved yesterday was impossible. And just thinking about going to the grocery store or doing a workout or something, it just felt like climbing a mountain. It was like, ugh, do I have to? And then I also noticed that I was annoyed. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna have to keep fighting myself on this, aren't I? So, I had a slow start, but then I realized, because I was writing about it in my morning pages, I was thinking, oh, just like what week 3 said, my inner artist does not need another bully. It needs a friend. So I decided to try hyping myself up instead. I was like, yeah, this is tough, but we can get through it, we got it, and I think it helped. I still managed to do some nice stuff for myself. I feel like I most certainly didn't waste away. I kept up a timer for my work. Didn't get as much done as I would like, but I think that is mostly because I slept in a lot. And I spent a lot of the first part of today drawing for fun, which, really don't regret that much. And it's stuff I will not post, it's stuff I will not show, because that is my doodle page. And I think it's definitely important to keep some stuff not posted, even if it looks really good. I just need that security. I need to trust myself that whatever is on that sketchbook will not be shown to anyone else, no matter how good it is. Because then there will always be that little voice in my head while I'm drawing, oh, what if? What if? And that, I think, is another big development that I will be working on. Self-trust. Counting on myself to fulfill my promises. I think that is part of the reason why I don't like taking breaks during my work, because I don't trust myself to go back to it after I've taken a break, because I get distracted by this thing and that. There's just so many cool things to do all the time. Very visual mind. So if I see something, I see all the thoughts that I had attached to it, and I maybe remember something I wanted to do before. Stuff like that. So, a lot of the times I don't fulfill the promises to myself. So I don't trust myself. So if I take a break and I'm like, oh yeah, I'll go back to that later, I know I won't actually mean it. So if I'm starting a project, I have to finish it as soon as possible before I lose concentration and it's lost forever in the dusty corners of my iPad or something. So taking the breaks, yes, it breaks the flow for a little bit. And I was really frustrated about it when I was, really into editing some of the previous YouTube vlogs that are getting put out a little slower than I'd like, but they're still getting put out. Yeah, I had to take a break. I worked for an hour on it, and I had to take a 20-minute break. And I was pacing around my room, like, what do I do now? This is my break. I was just watching the clock. And I just started to clean things up around my room, got a snack, and then I just sat there. Because I was not going to scroll. One of the worst ways to kill any motivation is to start scrolling. Do not do that. Yeah, so at a certain point, I did just sit there. Oh, then I started doing some of the tasks that I hadn't done yet in the book. But, shoot, wait, that's still a task. Does that count as work? Oh, I was doing work during my break. Oh well. It's rest work. It's like self-care work. I don't know. I think that doesn't qualify as work in my book. Also starting to realize that I need to follow my guide as to what is work and what is not work. Because it's different. It's different. But anyway, the point is, taking the breaks and then going back to work started to make the inner narrative feel a little more reliable. So I'm starting to trust that, hey, if I say I'm gonna go to the grocery store today, I'll actually count on doing it, and then I won't have that other voice in my head saying, you don't have to today. You could do it tomorrow. So hopefully that'll help with procrastination and self-confidence and professionalism and all that. And I just realized there's a homework assignment due tomorrow morning that I completely forgot about. Oopsie. Well, might be waking up a little early tomorrow. Whoops. Well. Anyway, another for the building trust. Last night, I actually went to bed kind of early. I wanted to draw. I had some ideas swimming around and I really wanted to draw them. But I said, no, I will draw them in the morning. And it took a while. Tasks kept inserting themselves before the thing happened. I was like, oh, but I'll do this before I sit down, or I'll do that before I sit down. But I did do it eventually. I think it was past noon, so it wasn't technically the morning anymore. But I followed through, even though it felt really weird to just sit down and draw for fun in the middle of the day. But I did it. So we're going to be fighting a lot of voices saying that things are useless, things are unproductive, things are a waste of time, things are silly. But I think the things that bring out those opinions are the important ones I should prioritize right now. This is very interesting though. This is definitely a pretty big habit change all around. Like, sure, I've tried to do a little free drawing throughout the day in the past, but like never to this level. This is pretty extreme. So I'm hoping with like a couple days of this, I might not be a workaholic anymore. That would be really nice. The only problem is though, being addicted to work made my productivity, really good, even though it, sacrificed my health. So I'm gonna have to do some serious schedule finagling to make sure all of my projects can still get done. They should be able to, but I am gonna have to cut back on chill time. And yeah, no, I have a lot of projects going on, and I still want to find time for the Miraculous comic, because I still really want to do that. I guess I'll just have to spend some of my week thinking about what times I could prioritize, but I've been trying to do that for the last month, and I've always been forgetting about it. See, I kind of thought that I'd have like extra time that I would spend scrolling on my phone or something to turn into comic time, but like I don't really spend that much time on my phone. I've managed to min-max every drop of time I have in my day. So I've had to like not do some things for the sake of rest. Man, I have too many things. Genuinely. No, we can move things around. Because the thing with work is, I have noticed, at least in artwork, and also in other work, I mean, your brain really only works at max capacity for like the first 90 minutes. And then it starts to fall off and you get bored and you start to get distracted and you start to make more mistakes. So maybe the breaks will also just optimize my work. Maybe doing this controlled style will not just make me more restful, but it will make my work time more efficient. Yeah. And that is all of the thinking about work I'll be doing. Yep. Man, I really have not been overthinking as much. It's great. I think that's all I have to say today. I don't know what the next week is. My best guess, from the quick looks I've taken at the contents, is regaining a sense of integrity? The artist book is over there, but it's like across my bed. And I can't reach it without taking my earbuds out. One note though, I am not done yet redecorating my room. This was the start, but I forgot to print out some other photos, so I want to put that up. And I would like to cut out little flowers or decorations or something out of construction paper, like all arts and craftsy style, and like put them on my window. Because the view outside my window is kind of garbage. It's like the air conditioning units on top of the roof. Because there's like a little tier thing, so we're just seeing like dirty concrete and then like half the street. So we can spice that up. Although, fun note, I might have said this, yeah, I did say it in the last vlog, but, the pictures on my wall of things that I admire, like artists and art and anatomy knowledge that I admire, that's already been making a difference in my art. Like, I can already draw neck anatomy better Yeah, I totally said that in the last vlog. Oh well. Still true. So I'm just gonna have to start thinking about what else I want to work on, and just tape tutorials on my wall so I can stare at them and then just subconsciously absorb the knowledge. It feels like cheating. That's really funny. Which, hopefully, also will mean this giant gap in episode production will mean that the art's gonna get a lot better because I've been working so much on my personal art skills. So like, I really want to make that. Yeah, because you know what? Instagram's been kind of dead for a little bit. I haven't been focusing on making posts for that. So I can kind of just cut that out. YouTube, I have a scheduled time. An hour a day, which is not a lot because I still have a serious backlog. Today was going to be the prioritized day, but then I, you know, got a little distracted, had a little fun. Like, it is the day of rest, it's a weekend still. Yeah, no, we're not gonna think about this right now. Nope, we're good. So, good night, and I will see you tomorrow, which will be the actual extended last day of week 3, where I will do the rest of the tasks and write the little summary of week 3, and then we'll move on to whatever week 4 is. Because, you know, if it is integrity, that one I actually don't think I need to focus on too much, because I do like to think of myself as a person with a lot of integrity, and an artist with a lot of integrity. But I also thought I didn't need any help with the other first 3 weeks, so we'll see what happens. Good night.